back in the dugout. He's ready to go. And so are the rest of his teammates. Aaron just walked in from the bullpen. Yu Darvish is heading in right now as we speak. So we're going to be about 25 minutes later than we anticipated, but that's a good thing considering how much rain was falling in this area just an hour or so ago. The grounds crew's got the field ready to go. The outfield is a little moist, but it's not as bad as it was a couple weeks ago. So we should be good to go as the Fanatic is just waiting for the Phillies to arrive onto the playing fields.
Take that raincoat from the Fanatic and cover the field if it starts raining again.
Yeah, really. He's looking for Aaron Nola because Nola's the one that usually gives the high sign and says, let's go. So here we go. The Phils are taking the field, led by Aaron Nola. They're not really listening to the Fanatic, though.
Don't be surprised.
Well, there's Aaron, 11 wins on the year, an ERA that's just around 3.6. Has never faced the Los Angeles Dodgers. Let's take a look at the lineup he'll face. It's brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. So Corey Seager is back in the lineup after an off day yesterday. It was a day of rest, according to Dave Roberts. So they've adjusted it a little bit. Turner is down to 3. Bellinger is down to the cleanup spot. Yasiel Puig has the night off, and they will face Nola. Nola with a 3.60 ERA, 167 strikeouts in 155 innings of work so far. He's been the Phillies' most consistent pitcher all season long, John.
Yeah, without question. And the beauty that you like is only 45 walks in all those innings. But yeah, he lives and dies with the breaking ball, but he has a good enough fastball. You see it there, 92 miles an hour, that you can't just sit back and say, I'm sitting on breaking ball and reacting to anything else. But he has to have fastball command, get ahead in counts, and then that breaking ball just becomes devastating.
All right, so we've had an extra half hour for you to think about it. What are the Nissan keys to tonight's ball game?
Well, you know what? Beat another ace is the first one. You know, we got to Kershaw last night. Aaron Altair, that big grand slam. Yu Darvish is an ace, I would think. So beat another ace, and we will need another big hit. We know that there's not a lot of base runners against guys like Kershaw, Darvish, and others. Who gets the big hit tonight to propel the Phils to another win against another ace?
You know, I was thinking about this last night. Sometimes you just have to be patient, and not only, you know, patient if you don't score runs in the first couple of innings, but patient that you will eventually get to whoever the starting pitcher is, like the Phillies did last night.
Yeah, and you knew, you know, with Kershaw especially, you're not going to have a lot of base runners, first of all. So when you do get guys on, and look, they had some great walks. Ty Kelly had a great walk in that inning. Freddie, of course, with the broken bat single, and then Rhys Hoskins really laid off some tough pitches to walk to set up the grand slam by Aaron Altair. But you know, he finally got a pitch that it hung, and it hung out over the plate, and you know, you pop it up, we lose. He didn't.
No, he did not. All right, so Chris Taylor, who did not miss his swing in the first inning of last night's ball game, will start off tonight's game for the Dodgers. Hitting .292 with 20 home runs, and the first pitch is in there, according to Paul Emmel. So we're underway. So a 29-minute or so rain delay. Taylor hitting .212 here in the month of September, but had 2 hits in last night's game. And quickly it's 0-2.
A couple fastballs, took one and was late on that one. 94 from Aaron Nola.
Alfaro has only caught Nola a couple times. Aaron's got a pretty good idea of what he wants to do from night to night. And there's a fly ball foul down the right field line. 3 straight fastballs. And it remains 0-2.
Yeah, I think Aaron's been around long enough. He understands, smart enough too, but he understands what he wants to do with these hitters. And you know, like any pitcher, this is his game to he's going to throw what he wants. So you will see shakeoffs like he just did right there.
Breaking ball waved on and missed. One away. First strikeout for Nola. That's a nice way to start.
A little better start than last night.
Yeah, well, that is true.
Yeah, after 3 fastballs, the last one at 95 that Taylor fouled off. The old do drop in, and it dropped in a great location. And that's a really good sign for Aaron Nola and the Phillies.
Well, here's Corey Seager, who pinch hit in last night's ball game, hitting .303 with 20 home runs and 71 runs batted in. Pinch hit in last night's ball game, and it was, as Dave Roberts said last night and today, it was a day of rest. Now, he is having a shoulder issue. Fewest career games to 50 home runs and 200 runs scored. He is at 315 games for that. 1 ball and 1 strike. Whatever the shoulder issue that he has, they say is manageable. Dave Roberts said, we as the coaching staff, our training staff, and Seager will do collectively, we will be able to keep this in check before the end of the year.
I mean, I've heard 3 different things: shoulder, elbow, calf. He fouled the ball off his calf, and they, goodness.
Back-to-back strikeouts, 2 outs here in the first. By no means has Aaron Nola ever been termed a strikeout pitcher, but he's averaging just under 10 strikeouts per 9 innings.
Again, I think it's his confidence. Look at all the first 3 pitches of that at bat to Corey Seager. Down, 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 and then elevate. A show-me fastball. If he swings at it, great. If he makes contact, he's either going to foul it off or pop it up. It's a tough one to get on top of.
Well, here's Justin Turner. Turner with 21 home runs, 70 runs batted in. He homered last night in the first inning. I don't know if the first inning will carry over from a ball strike standpoint, but Paul Emmel is right now an Aaron Nola kind of umpire, because he's given the pitch down in the zone. Out towards center field. That ball's well hit, but the wind is going to keep it within reach for Odubel Herrera, and the side is retired. So a 10-pitch inning for Aaron Nola. He threw 9 strikes. We'll go to the bottom of the first. It's the Dodgers nothing and the Phillies coming up. For most of this year for the Phils, Hernandez 1, Galvis number 2, and they'll do it again tonight. The lineup is brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. Galvis, last 6 games, all he's done is hit .421 with a couple RBIs. He'll be followed by Herrera and then Hoskins. The lineup is still filled with the young ball players, and Pete Macadam said, listen, I want to see what they can do against the game's best. And Yu Darvish, although his numbers are somewhat pedestrian ERA-wise since he's come over from the American League, he is one of the game's best.
Yeah, he is. And like we said in the open, he has probably 6 or 7 pitches. Of course, you only have 5 fingers, so it's hard to give 6. But, he will add, subtract, throw a harder breaking ball, a slower breaking ball. He'll cut it. He'll 2-seam it in on righties and away from lefties, and then 4-seam it. He's got the whole repertoire of pitches that you would want in a pitcher. He doesn't walk a lot of guys, so you got to be up there hacking. I think Nick Williams, this might be a good guy for Nick Williams. He throws strikes, he tries to get ahead. We know Nick loves that first pitch fastball.
How many pitches did you say Yu Darvish has?
I think 8.
8.
Is that right?
I mean, depending on how he mixes the speeds and everything like that, yeah. Here's Cesar Hernandez.
Yeah, if you see the catcher's glove on the ground, it's probably 7 or probably 6, 7, or 8. You got 1 out of 3 chance of getting it right.
Cesar the year hitting .289 with 8 home runs and 31 runs batted in. Well, the first pitch of the night off the glove and the shin guard of Grandel's glove, and then Paul Emmel's shin guard. 1 ball and no strikes.
Going to make Paul Emmel happy, isn't it? First pitch, whiff, right in the shin.
Off the hand, slowly to second. Utley has it. Throws Cesar out, 1 away. And that'll bring Freddie Galvis up to the plate. How about this quiet run that Freddie's put together in recent games? 9 for 26 on the homestand. And we showed you what he's done. He's hitting over 400 recently.
Yeah, he's trying to, you know, it seems like he's making a conscious effort to keep the ball out of the air. You know, Schmitty broke down Sunday that line drive to right field. Perfect, beautiful swing by Freddie. And, you know, an infield single yesterday, a blooper over Turner's head in front of Granderson, the left fielder. You know, he's doing what he has to do to get on base, and that's huge.
Takes a strike, and it's 0-1. You saw Kershaw sitting next to Rich Hill in the dugout. Kershaw saddled with the loss last night, and not too pleased about being saddled with the loss. Said he just made some bad pitches, including the one to Aaron Altair, and he kind of tipped his cap to Altair, even though he was angry.
Let me tell you something. You throw one and someone hits it in the second deck.
Got to tip your cap.
Better tip more than a cap to him.
1 ball and 1 strike to Galvis. Upstairs, 2-1. The Lucky McDonald's Phillies home run jackpot contestant is Ben Barrage of East Earl, Pennsylvania. Phillies hit a home run in today's ball game. Then Ben will win $100. McDonald's, enjoy a cold soft drink or freshly brewed hot coffee for only $1. I'm loving it. I just took a peek up at the TV screen here in the booth. Matt Olson just hit another home run. That guy is making people forget about Rhys Hoskins around the country. He homered in each game here, and he's homered in both games in Detroit. We'll never forget about Rhys, though.
No.
3 balls and 2 strikes to Galvis here in the bottom of the first. What happens when you have 8 pitches? Darvish, he doesn't like the first 6.
It's not a speedy thing. Darvish pitches from the stretch the whole entire game.
Bouncer up the first base line, and waiting for it is Bellinger. And 2 groundouts. Tonight's game is also available in Spanish. Just use the SAP button on your television or change the language through the menu on your cable box. And here's Odubel Herrera. Odubel hitless in his last 8, including 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. Last time these two teams faced each other, he did have a hit. He was 1 for 3 against Darvish, or I should say the last time Darvish faced the Phils. That was a big swing from Odubel Herrera.
I guess the wind blown in, he thinks he has to swing harder. I mean, would that make sense?
I would think it makes conceptual sense, but I don't think it makes baseball sense. I think that's what he's thinking, though.
That's what I meant.
I got you.
Makes sense to Odubel.
1 ball, 1 strike. This young man takes a long time in between pitches.
You know, that's what you're asking for after rain delay.
It's on his own clock. Darvish is in the final year of the contract that he signed in 2012 with the Texas Rangers. 6 years, $56 million. On the outside corner, 1-2. So he'll be on the open market next season. And the anticipation is that he will be one of the prize free agents. At 129 games in the big leagues, he has won 55 of them. And then you add his numbers over in Japan, where he won 93 games, lost 38, and had an ERA of 1.99. Back toward the second base side. Utley has it. So 3 straight ground outs, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Phils. That's a 12-pitch long inning for Yu Darvish. We'll go to the second. Why not give them the protection they deserve? A State Farm agent is here to help with the right home and auto coverage and discounts too. Talk to a Philadelphia area State Farm agent or call 800-STATE-FARM. Well, we had a 29-minute rain delay before the start of today's ball game, but now we're ready to roll. And Cody Bellinger will lead off the second inning. Bellinger, 38 home runs, 88 runs batted in. We mentioned it last night. He's tied for the National League record for rookies home runs in a season. Tied with Wally Berger and Frank Robinson. 6 multi-home run games, including 1 against the Phils. Now the 0-1 pitch. Fouled away, 0-2. I wonder how teams will eventually figure him out totally, and if they will, or if he'll be able to adjust.
I think you're going to find out. Breaking ball down and in at his feet right now. You know, you remember Pivetta made him look bad his first at bat.
Well, there you go. Down on strikes, 3 strikeouts for Aaron Nola. And 1 away. MLB.com at bat is your #1 mobile app for live baseball. Stay connected for the rest of this year and the offseason with fully customizable experience. Get the Phil's home screen icons and app features, as well as game day, live game video highlights, radio broadcasts, StatCast, news, and more. Download MLB.com at bat today. Oh, with one out, here is Curtis Granderson. Overall, 24 home runs, 61 runs batted in.
He had a long one last night against Hector.
He sure did. That home run was his third home run this year against the Phillies. Off the hands, 0-2. Well, here's that home run that John spoke about.
A 2-run lead. You don't want to walk him. He hits it out. He hits it out. You still got a 1-run lead, and Granderson obliged by hitting it out. But Hector got revenge in the end.
His changeup was actually pretty good last night. Outside, 1-2. Try to change up. Dodgers acquired Granderson from the New York Mets. He's hit just 120 with the Dodgers with 5 home runs. Pulls that one into the shift, caught by Cesar, and there are 2 outs. And that'll bring Chase Utley to the plate for the first time tonight. I got to tell you, I get chills every time I hear it. It does not get old. I know he's a visiting player, but he's, this is always home for him.
And he doesn't ask for it. He feels like maybe even like a little, maybe embarrassed by it a little bit, but
I think it's so cool.
It is. It's. He's been gone, what, 3 years now? And it's not like he went to the American League and they didn't play interleague.
Right.
He went to a National League team that comes here once a year and plays 4 games, of course, this year. And there's a whole bunch. I doing a thing before the game, or a kid there with the Dodgers jersey. I said, man, you got a Dodgers jersey?
Yeah. That one's out toward left center. The wind will keep it playable for Odubel. Was it a Chase Utley Dodger jersey?
Jackie Robinson. I said, Jackie Robinson, Chase Utley, that's okay. Anyone else get out.
6 up, 6 down for Aaron Nola. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Phillies and the Dodgers scoreless. Store. Check out every new Ford car, truck, and SUV crossover at buyfordnow.com today. And by Jefferson Health. Call 800-JEFF-NOW or visit jeffersonhealth.org. No scores. We go to the bottom of the second. And Yu Darvish will get set to face Rhys Hoskins, Nick Williams, and Aaron Altair. Hoskins, .290 with 18 homers and 39 runs batted in. Picked up a base hit last night that ended an 0 for 12 stretch. He's got 18 plate appearances without a home run. First pitch is in there. It's 0-1. Hoskins is 6 for 23 on this homestand. And since the 14th of August, he leads all of Major League Baseball in home runs and RBIs. Although Matt Olson is probably climbing pretty quickly against him.
That was the only hits he got, though, right? Home runs?
Yes. You know, the funny thing is I mean, maybe it's because he's in Oakland, but you don't really hear much about him. Hoskins fouls it away, 1-2. Well, maybe out on the West Coast they do. Maybe they hear more about him than we know.
Yeah, you never know. East Coast bias, West Coast bias, the whole bias thing. All I know is he can hit him a long way.
Sure can.
But with that being said, I'd still rather have Rhys.
Curveball floated foul over Mickey's head and out of play. Marked out a little thank you right there. That was cool. Check swing. No swing, says the first base umpire Chad Whitson. And it runs the count even 2-2. Darvish in his earlier outing against the Phillies went 7 innings. He struck out 9. He allowed only 4 hits. It was a pretty dominating day. We saw some of the highlights of him. A lot of breaking balls.
He and Aaron Nola got 2 of the better ones we've seen this year.
Nick Williams waiting on deck.
That's my guy tonight.
He would be your standout star.
Is that what we're calling it?
That's what they call it on the pregame show. Outside, ball 4. So Hoskins walks. It's a leadoff walk. And as Nick Williams comes up, let's check in with Greg Murphy. Murph?
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Well, you mentioned at the top of the broadcast that Aaron Nola is averaging just under 10 strikeouts per 9 innings pitched this season, which is pretty good for a guy who is not considered a strikeout pitcher. Yu Darvish, he on the other hand very much considered a strikeout pitcher. He's the subject of our Cold Hard Fact presented by Clean Crisp Coors Light. Active career leaders, most strikeouts per 9 innings. There he is right at the top, averaging over 11 strikeouts per 9 innings pitched. Steven Strasburg and Chris Sale on that list. Andy Salazar, Max Scherzer as well. That's a pretty good list right there. And as you mentioned, this season, Aaron Nola, just a tick below those guys, so he has been very good. But expect that Yu Darvish will get his fair share of strikeouts tonight.
Fly ball to left field. Ethier is back and makes the catch. Well, you were close, John.
I almost had one there.
And what a way.
That was yesterday. That might have went out.
You're right.
Of course, Turner's might have too.
You're right about that. All right, so 1 away. That'll bring Altair to the plate. Our T-Mobile home run replay.
Well, talking to him today, he said I was getting beat inside the whole day, and I couldn't do it again.
He was asked after the ball game if it's a little extra special when somebody like Clayton Kershaw is out on the mound. He said that Daniel Nava and Zach Eflin told him the inning afterward that it was the first time that Kershaw had given up a grand slam in his major league career. He said it was special. He goes, and I don't take it for granted. He said it's always a little different facing somebody like Kershaw. You try not to make it that way, but it is. It is awesome to play against him and to have that success knowing that he is a Hall of Famer. 0-2. I mean, how good was Kershaw with the bases loaded? Well, he bears down. I mean, before that home run, the opposition was hitting 193 against him with the bases loaded in his career. He had only allowed 17 hits with the bases loaded. Now, realize that he probably doesn't allow the bases to get loaded that often, but still. Brings us to our Geico quote of the day about his grand slam. He said, I was just telling myself not to get beat. The first 2 at-bats I got jammed, as John was talking about. I just wanted to make sure I got the head out. I think he threw me a slider again. I was finally able to get the barrel to it. And it went right up there.
He is a humble young man.
Sure is.
But he's right. When you go look at this thing. As soon as the catcher's glove started coming up on that slider, you knew there was a chance. Good launch angle.
Good breaking ball, and it's 2-2.
Exit velo had to be excellent.
Exit velo was pretty high. J.P. Crawford waits on deck.
You send Hoskins here?
I would think so. No?
I don't know. Darvish is a strikeout pitcher.
Short lead. There he goes. Oh, he got a good jump. Ball is grounded toward the hole. Backhanded by Seager. In time to get Altair. 6-3 on the put out. 2 outs. He gone.
Pretty good jump. Little peek back. See where the ball was hit. Make sure it's not in the air. If it's on a line, you just keep running because there ain't nothing you can do about it if it is.
Well, now J.P. Crawford with a runner at second base. First time tonight the Phillies have had a runner in scoring position here in the second.
Boy, it is a snail's pace with Darvish out there.
Yeah,
wow.
it is.
I didn't realize it was this bad.
Watched a little of the previous game the Phillies had against him, and it even there, and he was very good. He was dominant. He was taking his sweet old time.
That's a balk, isn't it?
I didn't see what he did.
It looked like he leaned forward and then stood straight back up.
One ball and 1 strike to Crawford. JP 7 for 23 on this homestand.
base hit. Don't need no homer right now. Nice little line drive over Seager's head.
They get the job done. Ball gets away from Grandal for a moment. Two and one. Ball wasn't a bad ball to hit. He fouled it away. It's 2-2.
And that's the thing with a guy like Darvish, as with Kershaw and other great pitchers. You get the one, you better not miss. Now it's not inconceivable that Crawford won't get a hit, but it makes it a lot tougher.
Swing and a miss. And that is strikeout number 1 for Yu Darvish. No runs, no hits, and one man left in scoring position. We'll move to the third in a scoreless game. Stop the Fans trivia question. Log on to Phillies.com. Go to the Fans section for all the information, and please submit your answer on the subject line. All right, John, the question is, Shawn Green is the Dodgers franchise single-season home run leader with 49 in 2001. Who has the second most in Dodgers history?
Where'd my paper go? I write all my notes on.
I don't know. Where'd it go?
My one note of the day.
Did you leave in the office?
I don't know. I cleaned today, so I could have lost it.
You did clean. You did an excellent job cleaning. And then somebody had the audacity of dropping off hats and T-shirts to your area.
Yeah. Boxes.
Boxes. Yasmani Grandal leads it off, and he takes a strike.
I worked hard today. I mean, I worked hard on cleaning that pigsty that was my little space in there.
You have a lot of stuff that's piling up over the year. Grandal the opposite way. Altair on the run. The wind is blowing it away from him and into the seats. A home run. A solo shot for Grandal. His 20th home run of the year. And the Dodgers take a 1-0 lead. How about the track that ball took off the bat?
Well, the wind is kind of shifted to where now it looks like it's blowing toward the left field line. I mean, that's a change up. I'm sure Aaron wished he had. And that's the thing. You look at Grandal. He looked like he crushed it. Yeah, he kind of watch Grandal. He kind of stands up on it like,
I got that.
Yeah,
one.
I got that. Barely crawled over the fence.
But right into the flower bed. All right, so the Dodgers have taken a 1-0 lead. And a breaking ball to Ethier. Dodgers are 64-16. That's pretty darn good when they get a lead. Last night was their 16th loss. Hopefully tonight will be their 17th.
Yeah, we got them right where we want them.
Check swing, 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 4 already for Aaron Nola. And with 1 out, Yu Darvish is coming up. The final game of the 2018 season is Sunday, October 1st against the Mets. It's a 3:05 first pitch. It is Fan Appreciation Day. A free PGW 2018 schedule fathead to all fans coming to the ballpark. Go to Phillies.com to order your tickets.
So Darvish is a left-handed hitter.
Yep.
And he puts on of course, always wear the elbow guard to protect that right elbow, but an arm sleeve too.
Oh yeah, he does have an arm sleeve on. I wonder what that does.
Kids. Yeah, you know the kids these days.
Yeah, they all try to be Allen Iverson.
They do. Yeah. I don't know what that does. Maybe it keeps the straps from cutting into his arm.
That could be it, actually.
Giving him the benefit of the doubt. If not, it just seems like more things to have to put on.
I don't think he's going to really swing the bat. He does have 1 home run. Game against Tim Adelman. 1 for 14 this year, 4 for 28 overall in his career. And he just walked him on 4 pitches.
Wow.
Now, those just fastballs that just kept tailing away. First walk issued by Nola, and now to the top of the order for Chris Taylor.
I remember watching a game a few weeks ago, and Darvish was on second base and 3-2, 2 outs, and forgot to run. And can't remember who was on. Might have been Taylor. And Taylor's like yelling at him, "Run!
You gotta go!"
Yeah, and he kind of like put up his hands, like, "Yeah, I forgot." You know, the my bad thing.
Swing and a miss by Taylor.
Talking to John McLaren today when he was in Seattle, he said that he was minor league, said he could always hit for average, but 4 homers, 2 homers, 5 homers. So he didn't see this coming.
A line drive out to left field, playable for Altair. And there are 2 outs. It is kind of incredible. Even his numbers with the big club, they didn't really do anything with the Mariners at all. But sometimes somebody gets a change of scenery. They make a little bit of an adjustment. And now Corey Seager's up. Seager struck out his first time up. He does have a wicked curveball going again tonight.
Yeah, he's got a good one.
Probably should just thrown those to Yu Darvish instead of the fastball.
What I was thinking. Get 1-0 and fire it up there to him. That's a great one right there to Seager. Get another one down there. I mean, you either hit that off your foot or you swing and miss.
Well, they're going to go away with a fastball. And he hits it the other way. Time to take a look at our State Farm best combo, and we look at Corey Seager and Justin Turner. Corey Seager, .394 against the Phillies. Justin Turner, here in 2017, 8 for 14 with 2 home runs. Well, they are 2 and 3 in this lineup for the Dodgers tonight.
Go back to that breaking ball.
He does. Swing and a miss. 5 strikeouts for Nola. He does allow a run on the home run by Grandal. We'll go to the bottom of the third, 1-0. Citizens Bank, the official bank of the Phils. And our minor league report has it this way: that Scott Kingery finished with 26 home runs and 29 stolen bases. No other player in the minors had at least 25 and more than 21 stolen bases. He had a 23-game hitting streak, a franchise record for Lehigh Valley, and he hit safely in 55 of the 63 games he played in, up with the Iron Pigs. And what does that get you? Well, it gets you the Paul Owens Award for the Player of the Year. Joe Jordan and the Owens family presenting that award to Scott earlier tonight. Pope was such an instrumental part of the Phillies organization for so many years, including building the Phillies farm system for so many years. And Scott joins us up here in the booth. Scott, congratulations. We've heard so much about this year that you had. It just kept on going from one level to the other, but congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much.
How important was it for you to keep it going once you went to Lehigh Valley?
One of the biggest things for me this year that I wanted to focus on was consistency through the whole season. And, you know, when I got called up to AAA, I was feeling really good and really comfortable at the plate. So for me to be able to go up and do what I did and be able to stay really consistent there as well, you know, that's a big success for me.
Well, consistency wasn't the only thing. Every time we do the minor league report during a game, Kingery 2 for 4 with a homer, Kingery 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and a triple. My gosh, did you make any outs at all?
No, it was you know, it was good for me. Some things clicked in my swing during the off season, and you know, I was excited to try them out this season, and took them into spring training, and everything felt good, and I just rolled that right into the season.
I'd say I know, speaking with Larry Bow in spring training, and I asked him about you, and he gave you the ultimate compliment. He's a ball player. He's a baseball player. He's not. You know, you're not going to look at him and think, oh my gosh, this guy's going to be the greatest player ever, but he's going to be a winning ball player. That's the greatest compliment anyone can give you, especially a knucklehead like Boa.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that I take that as a compliment because that's how I play the game. It's I've always kind of played with a chip on my shoulder, and just every time I step out on the field, I have something to prove, and that's something that you know, I learned just growing up. And
he said you reminded him of Chase Utley. with the intensity, the way you go about the game, take no prisoners.
Yeah, I mean that's obviously an honor to just be put in the same sentence as him.
I don't know if you know it, but you had a better year this year than Chase has so far. And we love Chase, but
what about spring training, Scott? How much did that, because you carried what you did in the offseason into spring training? I mean, you had success with the big club, just as Reese had success with the big club. How much did that help you, do you think, when you went back to Reading and had to, do it all over again?
For me, big league spring training was about, getting out there and just kind of getting a taste of what it was going to be like and having some fun. And I was able to relax and just go out there and have some success. So for me to be able to do that in a big league game like that, it really kind of just gave me a confidence boost going into the regular season to, hey, if I can do this here, I can do it here. So,
did the power surprise you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was something I did work on. Was putting on some weight and trying to have a little bit more muscle going into the season, so that I could hit more home runs. But I didn't expect that many. I didn't expect to this extent.
It's pretty good. I mean, that was eye-opening, I think, for a lot of people, because they knew you were a good ball player, but then all of a sudden you were able to pop home runs like that too. I mean, that was pretty eye-opening for everybody too.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think it's I always believed that I did have the power and the ability to drive it out of the stadium. I just think a few adjustments in my swing really allowed me to unlock that.
Off-season training, did that help you sustain your success, you think, this year?
Definitely. That was one of the biggest goals I had, was to stay healthy and feel healthy throughout the whole season, because at the end last year I really just kind of felt broken down and just beat up at the end of the year in August, and I wanted to be able to take what I felt during the off season and in spring training and be able to carry that healthy body and healthy mind throughout the whole year.
Are you a big launch angle guy?
No. For me,
you.
it's more about just driving.
Found my favorite player.
It's about hitting hard line drives. I mean, obviously, with my speed, if I hit the ball on the ground, I could get a hit that way. But more of a gap to gap guy, I think.
Gap to gap with how many homers? 30.
Yeah.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Nola. All right. So what will you do this offseason to then prepare now for 2018? Is it going to be the same regimen, you think?
Yeah, I think I'm going to do the same thing. Obviously I think I'm going to put on a little bit more weight.
We can help you with that.
Yeah. Tell you what, you stay up here for another inning. We're due for some hot dogs and popcorn. No.
I mean, anything. Honestly, I was doing everything I could during the last offseason to put on any weight, because for me, it's the problem of keeping the weight on during the season.
Where do you live in the offseason?
Arizona.
Come to Naples, Florida, about a month before spring training. Come hang out with me for a month. Guarantee you're going to put on weight.
3 balls and 2 strikes to Nola, with 1 out here in the 3rd, and a strike on the outside corner. To win this award, and I know that you've had a lot of success not only as a collegiate player but also as a professional player, but to win this award for this organization, what does that mean for you and your family?
I mean, after seeing all the guys out there on the field that have won this award, and how many are on,
Chase,
right, and how many are on this field playing tonight, it's obviously it's a huge honor to be even put in the category of these guys. But it just, for me, it's really about how it shows that I was able to have a successful year and do and accomplish the things that I wanted to do.
And your goal for next year is to not win the Paul Owens Award, because you'll be here.
That's the plan. Yeah, hopefully.
Well, you saw Reese do it. Reese won it last year, and then he obviously is here now. Did you guys watch what he was doing while you were?
It was unbelievable.
Because he also paid you a great compliment, saying you were the most complete player that the Iron Pigs had. I mean, that's a great compliment. And then he comes up here and sets the world on fire.
Yeah, I mean, I lived with him in spring training, and then this year when I got to Lehigh, so I know him pretty well. And I texted him and I said, hey, man, you need to cool it a little bit, because you're going to make us look bad when we come up here. Like, no one's going to be able to do what you do. But he's putting up video game numbers right now.
No one's ever done what he's done.
Yeah.
And that goes to Ruth, Williams, Gehrig.
Incredible.
No one.
We've enjoyed it, obviously, for watching up here. 1-1 pitch to Cesar is taken inside. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. When you had the hitting streak going, was there anything that you kept doing throughout that streak because you wanted to keep it going, whether it be superstitions or, you know, keeping your same routine or anything like that?
Yeah, I did keep the same routine. I really didn't realize I was on a hitting streak until about 15 games in, I think, and at that point it was, you know, I think for like the first 7 games or so, I was waiting until the last inning to get a hit, and that kind of started everything. So, and then towards the end, at the very end, I was sneaking in infield hits and bloopers down the line for that in the 9th inning to get that streak. So, you know, things are going my way during that.
3-1 pitch to Cesar, and it's a strike 3-2. The other thing is that your first game with Lehigh Valley, you made that unbelievable grab. I mean, did you say, all right, I'm okay here, I can do this here? Yeah,
I mean, I think I got a hit my first at bat and then made that play, and you know, everyone's laughing like, all right, you come take all the, you know, all the show here. And Reese was really mad when they gave me a shirt after a week there. They let me have it. The whole clubhouse did. They let me have it.
So you're up here for the last couple days. Got the Paul Owens Award yesterday, of course. You get to see Kershaw, then you Darvish. Are you formulating a game plan already? Like, okay, I see how they work.
That's a good
this
question.
right-handed hitter. I see how they work this guy.
Not yet, but I mean, you know, it's.
You will.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to at some point. These guys are. It's unbelievable.
Is that one of your hitting streak hits?
Yep. The swing and bunt.
It's a way to do it. First hit of the night for the Phillies. Well, here are the former Paul Owens Award winners, including Chase Utley. I thought that was pretty classy when they introduced him. And you said it's got all these guys. There are 10 guys out on the field.
How'd Mickey get in there? Morandini.
Well, did he win the Paul Owens Award at one point?
They must have struggled that year.
There's Reese and Chase chatting as this picture was taken. I thought that was a great moment, you know, to see something like that happen.
Pretty darn good players in there.
Yeah. Until you said it, until we saw that photo, you're right. I mean, there's so many guys. I mean,
yeah, on the team
right now.
Yeah.
Freddie Galvis, the batter, with the runner at first. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. How much?
When you were in spring training and you started looking, okay, Crawford's a high pick. He's a top prospect, young. Galvis is still young. Cesar's still young. Franco's still young. You have to be thinking, wow, how's this going to play out? But it does. And that's what I tell all the minor league kids when I talk to minor league kids. You know, you want to get to the team that you got drafted by. You want to make it to the big leagues with that team. But there's also 29 others that are going to need players too. And whether it's a trade this offseason to make room for you or whatever, but that's the key. You get to the big leagues is the key. But there's so many young, good players on this Phillies team. But you know, at some point, you're going to push one of them out.
I mean, you hear people say it all the time that you know, there's always someone watching, and it's not just, you know, people from your team. It's every other team. But also, I think what, you know, with the ability for a lot of these guys to be able to be versatile in the field and play other positions, you could get your first, like JP did, first major league game at third base after only playing there a handful of times, and that's how he got his foot in the door. And that's probably, that might not be where he ends up, but just to have that opportunity.
Were you okay with going back and forth from position to position? I know you guys said it was, you know, it was good at that time of the year to do something like that because it kind of, you know, got your mind moving a little bit too.
Yeah, I mean, it was, you know, I think we were having fun with it. You know, it took a little bit for us to get comfortable there because for me it was a whole different side of the infield, and then him going to second base, it's different, and you know, it's something you got to get used to.
What about when they put you at shortstop? Was that even more different than third?
Yeah, I think third and second were pretty similar because, you know, at third you don't have a lot of time to move your feet, and second base you can wait back a little bit, but at shortstop you got to get the ball and you got to get it out.
Freddie takes inside, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Are you playing any winter ball or Arizona Fall League or?
Not this year. I think this year I'm just going to focus on
Naples and gaining some
right,
weight.
Exactly. Stuffing my face with food.
You got to get him a hat and a T-shirt, John.
I got him. I got him. I'll
we
take
have
him over.
boxes full of them in there. John cleaned his office today, Scott. Runner goes. The pitch is swung out and missed. And the side is retired. Well, Scott, we can't wait to see you up here. Congratulations on a great year.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's good talking to you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Scott Kingery tonight. Thomas Eshelman tomorrow. He had a pretty good year, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk to Thomas tomorrow. He was the pitcher of the year for the Phillies organization. Great night, not only for Scott, but also his family, awarded the Paul Owens Award for the Player of the Year. Same day. That's right. WB Mason delivers all the brands you need to keep your facility running, like Scott products that deliver superior value and optimum balance of quality and affordability. All delivered for free. By who? Who but WB Mason. Speaking of cheesesteaks.
Well, that's the diet I'm going to get him on in Naples when Scott comes down there.
Well, not just the beef, though.
Well, you know, you got to have cheese and fries and
get some Licios too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we'll be there.
What do you think it'll take? 2-3 weeks, 2-3 days to get him
plumped up real nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a bear in hibernation. He might need a nap for spring training.
Justin Turner swings at the first pitch, and it's a one-hopper over to J.P. Crawford. They won out here in the 4th inning. You know what stood out last night after the Phillies won that ball game? Some of Pete's quotes. Pete still had a little bit of an adrenaline rush going after that game, and you don't blame him because that was a solid win against the best team in baseball. But he said, you know, defense and pitching win games like that. How about and he pointed out all the plays. How about the plays that Freddie made? How about the plays that Michael made? He goes, how about the play that J.P. made at third base, the bare hands? You know, those were big-time plays that helped, as Pete said, helped us win the game. 0-1 to Bellinger. 1 ball and 1 strike.
See, I think this is what Bellinger's going to be seeing a lot of. Fastballs for show, breaking balls to try to get swings and misses, and you saw what Jock Peterson came up and a home run, hitting a lot of home runs. Then all of a sudden it was like, all right, let's see if he can hit. If we spin some up there, see if he'll be patient enough to take them. And that's the thing, can Bellinger be patient enough to take them, to get into a fastball count or a count where he can set on something?
Line drop, base hit up the middle, so there's a 93-mile-an-hour fastball that was just left up in the zone.
Mistake. And that's the thing too. You can't miss mistakes.
Well, 1-out single.
I think he's going to be a great player. I mean, he's already doing some historic things as a rookie, but you see where that pitch was supposed to be. It was supposed to be that two-seamer that starts at the belt of Bellinger and breaks over the inside part of the plate. Instead, it started on the inside part of the plate and broke over the center of the plate. And if there wasn't 2 strikes, he could have lifted and separated and put him up 2-0.
Granderson lined out softly his first time up. If he hits that same ball here. Cesar was playing back on the outfield grass when he made that catch. Hit well out toward right center field. Williams is going back, and it's off the warning track and a one-hop off the scoreboard. They're waving Bellinger home. The throw is high to Galvis. The throw to the plate is not in time, and then off the glove of Jorge Alfaro. And it's 2-0 Dodgers, and I think Bellinger may have hurt himself.
Yeah, it seemed like an awkward slide. Freddie too. Looked like Freddie slipped on his relay throw. Made a strong throw. Just up the line a little bit to Alfaro, but yeah, here comes Bellinger, and once that you see that catcher have to come out, and you try to slide around, and you get those awkward, you know, head first. Looked like his right shoulder might have. Watch how his right shoulder, his left shoulder hits the ground. Look how that right shoulder got caught, under, or right hand got caught underneath. And you know, I'm all for protecting the play, you know, the catchers and all that when they did all that stuff, but. You know, you've opened the door now for base runners to get hurt by trying that reach around slide, head first slide into home.
Well, that RBI for Granderson is the 62nd. And a changeup to Utley, and it's 0-1.
I mean, that was like the cardinal sin of baseball, slide head first into home.
I still think it's the crazy thing to do.
Yeah, but if you can't block the plate, I mean.
Yeah, it's true. It's true because you're probably not. You're not going to get any kind of collisions. The only time you'll hurt yourself is if you go in too hard with your slide. To the right side, Hoskins backhands. He flips to Nola covering. 2 outs. Over to third, Granderson. And now Grandal. Dodgers now with 6 players with 20 or more home runs. It's the first time in franchise history.
Man, you thought with Garvey and Ron Say and
even Davey
Loaf, Reggie Smith.
Well, it is a record-setting year, or
Joe Ferguson.
Pretty good catcher. We're getting closer to it being a record-setting year of home runs in Major League Baseball.
There's a lot of people around baseball I've talked to that think that the balls are back to being
a little tighter
wound, and you know, it's such a contrast of, you know, what's under the legal limits, or you know, the limits that Major League Baseball goes by. You know, what I'm saying is such a big spectrum for where if it bounces this high, or if it bounces so much higher, there's a big area in between where the ball can fit in and say, yeah, that ball's fine.
Well, Tapper, and it's 2-2. Grandal provided us with an early Toyota turning point back in the third.
Yeah, change up by Nola, just hung up out over the plate, and you know, it just seemed like the wind was blowing in till right before that hitter by Grandal. But that's our Toyota turning point of the game. Like the wind was blowing in, and then it shifted to blow down the left field line. That ball really tailed a lot. It just barely went out.
ball. Second base, backhanded by Cesar. And the inning is over. A run does score, and the RBI double by Curtis Granderson. We played 3.5. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Phillies nothing. Is brought to you by Toyota. Find your favorite model today. Toyota, let's go places. And by McDonald's. Enjoy a cold soft drink or freshly brewed hot coffee for only $1. I'm loving it. That's a good time to get out to one of the stores here at Citizens Bank Park, whether it be the Majestic Clubhouse store or one of the other places along the concourse. Majestic Clubhouse store has all kinds of styles. Look at all the hats they have. Darvish has finished up his warm-up tosses. I think he's just waiting for Yasmani Grandal to come out. Here he comes. Darvish has been staked to a 2-0 lead. Odubel Herrera is going to lead it off for the Phillies. It'll be Odubel, Rhys Hoskins, and Nick Williams. The final homestand of the 2017 regular season will feature the Washington Nationals and the New York Mets. The Nationals will be here for 3 night games. All 3 are at 7:05. Get your tickets now by going to Phillies.com. Odubel, first time up, grounded out to second base. So he's 0 for 1. Shows bunt. It's not a bad idea the way the Dodgers are playing Odubel. Now Turner is going to probably be in a little bit more and over toward the third base line. Down the right field line, that's going to be in for a base hit. Granderson will get to it. He doesn't have much of an arm, but he makes a good throw wide of the second base bag, velocity wise. And a double for Odubel. It's a 40 double season for Odubel Herrera. That's a pretty nice milestone to reach.
Yeah, it really is, and a great start to this 4th inning for the Philadelphia Phillies. But that's a I've never seen a guy. Look how deep Granderson is when he cuts this ball off. Like he's in front of this ball when he watch. He fielded like an infielder.
Yeah, he did.
In front of the wall. And again, you said it, he made a good throw just off line, but he wasn't going to get Odubel anyway. But like you said, a good start here, down 2.
By the way, that's the 46th time in Phillies history that somebody has reached the 40 double plateau. It's a nice milestone for an individual. That's why he kept the baseball. Want to know to Rhys Hoskins. Hoskins walked his first time up. Dirt. And Grandal blocks it. So how have the Phillies changed over the last handful of years? Well, take a look at this. Of the home runs the Phillies have hit this year, 42 have been by rookies. Last year they had 26 by rookies. The year before, 39. That's a high number too. How about in 2014? It was only Cesar Hernandez. He was the only rookie to homer. And then in 13 they had 19 homers by the rookies. Now you hope maybe next year the production will come from the second-year players and not as many rookies.
Well, unless Kingery wants to hit 25.
I was thinking about that, or Cousins. He comes up. Two and one. Chase really trying to keep Odubel close at second base. Bouncer foul past Juan Samuel. And it's 2-2.
Sammy almost got him one there.
Yeah, it would have just landed in his back pocket. He would have been fine.
Okay.
Curveball bounced to the left side. Seager charges. Odubel's on his way to third. Bellinger's throw is not in time. He got his hand in. That was a little closer than I think you wanted it to be.
Yeah, it's. I'm sure there's a lot of people holding their breath in that Phillies dugout when Odubel took off. But again, if you with Darvish, you know you're not going to get anything over the center of the plate. No matter what the count. But I mean, Odubel started back. As soon as he saw Seager let it go, he took off. Yeah, it was a little too close for comfort.
I think the fact that Turner had to lift a little bit.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to block the base.
Yeah, it looks like it took his foot up. Odubel got underneath.
All right, now Nick Williams. Williams 0 for 5 in this series. 0 for his last 8. By the way, Ben said that he did take him as his standout star tonight.
Who, Nick?
Yeah, on the pregame show.
So I'm thinking like Ben now?
Yeah, you are.
Will you slap me?
Big Irish.
Yeah.
1-1. Well, for the Phil's sake and for their fans, I hope you and Ben are both right.
I do too. I mean, at worst, Odubel's got to. I mean, you got to make an out to scoring. Great to get a hit.
Even if he does what he did his last time up, the fly ball to left. 3 called. A little late call from Paul Emmel. And there are 2 outs. That's the fifth strikeout, I should say, for Darvish. It's close.
Yeah, it's too close to take, but again, that's 94-mile-an-hour running away.
Outside to Altair, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Thanks to his grand slam last night, the Phillies are now 30-33 since the All-Star break. Put it in a little perspective, they were 29-58 before the break. That one's hit well out toward right center field. On the run is Taylor, and it's going to stay in the yard as he bumps into Granderson and hangs onto the baseball.
That ball got knocked down.
It sure
big
did.
Time.
It sure did. The wind is whipping in. I think Aaron realizes it. Wasn't necessarily hit as well as last night, but Taylor is able to make the grab right in front of Granderson. We'll go to the 5th inning, and the Dodgers still lead it 2-0. Last second of the Phil season. Take the game with you no matter what you have to do next. All you have to do is download the NBC Sports app. Well, there the wind is whipping. It says 13 miles an hour out of the north.
Huh?
It might be a little more brisk than that. Bouncing ball by Ethier. Diving stop. Hoskins scrambles to his feet. Nola's got it. 3-1 on the putout. And 1 away here in the 5th. Well, before the ball game tonight, Claude Giroux, who's getting ready for the Flyers season to get underway, threw a strike to Hobie Milner. I saw him before the ball game, Murph. He said it was right down the middle. Not too shabby.
And it was right down the middle. And I am joined by Claude Giroux. We just watched your first pitch. What you didn't see, guys, is that they also took a little BP today. They had to do it underneath, obviously, because of the rain. So you got your swing down, you got your pitch down, and then we're 2 weeks away from hockey.
Yeah, I thought after my performance today I'd be playing, but I didn't get a call up. But it was a fun day. We get to meet the guys a little bit, and they're playing a good game right now.
I just said it to you. It is hard to believe that we are 2 weeks away from the beginning of the NHL season. You guys are already underway in exhibition play, and but you can't wait. I mean, you're at the point now. You said, "Let's go."
I mean, it's been a long summer for us. We coming to camp, everybody was in great shape, and we were pretty nervous about our testing. Everybody just killed it, so we're excited about our young players and also our veteran players, and getting this season started. And it's gonna be a fun year.
Yeah, I think that, the early storyline, I think, with the Flyers will be that mix that you now have. You have the mix of the veteran guys that have been around for a couple of years, yourself, obviously, as the captain, and then now you're infusing these young players in with a ton of talent. I know, just in talking to you back here, that you're pretty excited about this team, and you know what? You think maybe you guys could do some damage.
No, we really think so. We have a lot of young players, but at the same time, we can see those players during the camp right now. They're not acting like rookies. They're ready for NHL, and we're just really excited to get this thing going here. We have a lot of things to prove, and guys like Jake Voracek, Simmons, and Andrew McDonald, we're excited to get this season going and make the playoffs.
You're the longest tenured Flyers captain since Eric Lindros, and I know you take a lot of pride in wearing that C on your chest. And what does it mean when you have a young team, and to know that you're the guy that is wearing the C, and that it comes with responsibility?
Yeah, I think the game's changed a lot. It's not about one guy. I got when you got a guy like Wayne Simmons beside you and Jake Voracek to kind of lead this team. I think we're all on the same page. We all want to do good things, and like I said, the last few years, it's not the team we want to be. We have a lot of things to prove, and let's get the season going here.
Well, speaking of doing good things, year-round, you continue to do good things with the Claude Giroux Foundation. Tell us a little bit about what you guys are able to do and who you're able to help when you're raising the money for the folks that you do.
Yeah, we try to do events to kind of help the community, and we really aim for kids in need. And the last few years, it hasn't been as great. We haven't put a lot of work, but right now, the last 2 years, we've been really focusing on trying to raise money. And last year we had a comedy night that was really successful, and so this year we're trying to really replicate that and trying to raise some money to help the community. And right now it's going great, so we're going one step at a time.
Well, Philadelphia sports fans will get behind their guys, and you certainly are one of their guys. And Claude, always good to see you. Stay healthy this year and have a great season.
All right, thanks.
All right, guys, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Murph, we appreciate that. Yeah, JJ's getting himself ready for the upcoming season, just as the Flyers are. One ball and 2 strikes to Taylor. Off the hands, fouled off to the right. Stay tuned. After this half inning, we'll stay live through the commercial break. Our T-Mobile Greater coverage will give you a little synopsis on what has been successful tonight. A little tapper off the end of the bat. Nola, who fields his position well, makes the play. 1-3 on the putout, and the side is retired in order. Well, Nola's allowed 2 runs so far through the first 5 innings. It's time now for deeper coverage, brought to you by T-Mobile, America's best unlimited network. Well, Johnny, so far it's the pitcher's duel we anticipated between Yu Darvish and Aaron Nola. It's unfortunate that Nola's given up the 2 runs, but we said that Darvish, when he's on, can be stingy, and he certainly has been stingy in tonight's ball game.
Yeah, stingy, methodical, very methodical. But when you have that many pitches and you have a young team like the Phillies are, sometimes you get caught in between. As far as your thinking process, I thought the ball hit. He hit it well. The wind was blowing in. It didn't go out. If the wind wasn't blowing in, Granderson probably would have had a home run.
That's true.
So he'd still be behind 3-2. But you still have to battle with Darvish. You have to make him throw strikes. You have to, when he does give you a pitch to hit, you can't miss it, because after that he has too many weapons to put you away with. And, here's the start of it right there. J.P. Crawford, that slider down and in off the feet. The electric fastball that he throws by Freddie right there, and he got a foul looking. And that pitch right there, borderline pitch with a runner on third, less than 2 outs to Nick Williams. Nick missed a couple pitches in that at bat that he had a chance to do some damage with.
Right.
And then, the great pitchers will put you away. If you miss the mistake, the great pitchers will put you away. And that's what Darvish did. That's why we haven't scored yet.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, very methodical tonight for you, Darvish. But this is what the Dodgers had hoped for when they picked him up, was this kind of success. And they hope for the same kind of success as they power into the postseason.
Yeah, you know, you got to get Kershaw right. You know, talking to people around the Dodgers, they said he hasn't been really right since he came off the disabled list. But if you go in with a healthy Kershaw, who's right, and a healthy Darvish, who's right, your matchup 1-2 with anyone in the game of baseball. And that goes for the National League and the eventual American League champions. And, you know, if the Dodgers can get that far, then we'll see. But, yeah, they can match up with anyone 1-2. And Alex Wood's had a heck of a year, too.
He sure has. J.P. Crawford's going to lead things off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll see Alex Wood tomorrow. Crawford shows bunt, takes high, 1-0. Two balls and no strikes to Crawford. Breaking ball high, 3-0.
I think that wind's blowing in a little harder now.
On the outside corner, 3-1.
You know, this is where if you're, you know, a guy that hits balls in the air, try to lift ball, hit it out of the ballpark. This is where you have to figure out a way to change your approach, because I mean, Altera's ball was hit well, Granderson's ball was hit well. They didn't go out. Well, you got to change your whole thought process here.
On the outside corner, 3-2. Popped up. Grandal, long run. Whoa, what a play.
Wow.
Sliding with the gear on. You heard him say he got it when Justin Turner was coming in, and he certainly did get it. That is an outstanding play. I mean, that's full gear.
Full gear, but watch how he caught it. It wasn't like he put his glove out and it just nestled into his glove. Watch how he swipes his glove. Yeah, he swiped it because he looked like it looked like it blew back on him or something, and he had to swipe his glove. That's an unbelievable play by Yasmani Grandal, especially to record the first out after Darvish got behind 3-0. That's our Hyundai defensive play of the game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers.
Alfaro swings at the first pitch. Out to shallow right field. Utley is there. Granderson as well. Granderson makes the call on the catch. There are 2 outs.
You got to keep it out of the air. There's no doubt about that. And if you do hit it in the air, you better run hard. That's the whole thing with the way the wind's blowing right now. If there's a ball hit to left field, the shortstop and third baseman have to go out. There's a ball in the center, short second have to go out. The ball in the right, you know, the second baseman has to go out. First baseman holds his ground, because you don't know where that ball's going to end up.
Yeah.
I mean, that ball, I thought it was a routine fly ball to Granderson. Chase could have caught that if he went back. If Granderson caught it early enough, he didn't have to, but you got to really be on your toes right now the way this wind's blowing. It's like a routine day at Candlestick.
I never saw a game there. but this is what you hear is that
well,
from minute to minute, from inning to inning, the wind would change.
Yeah, this is actually would be a calm day in June in Candlestick.
Of course, 2-1.
It's always fun when the wind blew and then the fog rolled in, and you play first base. You couldn't see your left fielder. That was great.
How were the pop-ups?
Mickey.
Yeah.
Mickey, Mariano, you got these.
And Stocker had the ones on the left side because Dave didn't want them.
Nope.
Fouled back. It's 2-2. Yasmani Grandal is wearing gear that was given to him, or I'm sure it wasn't given to him, but Tyler Flowers is designed. See the Flowers logo on the helmet. He's got the springs on the mask. He's got brand new shin guards as well, with an awful lot of padding. A lot of catchers wear those knee savers on the back. Those look like they're even a little larger. And Ben was saying that because he's been nicked up so much, his shin guards are brand new and they have more padding at the knees than what normal shin guards would have inside, not on the outside, but on the inside. Usually there's a little bit of a concave cut in the pad where the knee hits the shin guard, but because Grandal has been banged up a little bit, there's a little extra padding in that shin guard now. I guess at this point in the year, when you're banged up, you try to do anything you can to save yourself. I mean, he was moving pretty good making that catch.
Yeah, and that's what's the amazing thing about catchers who are offensive players too.
That a strike 3 call. Well, 6 strikeouts for Darvish through 5 innings. He is not allowed a run, and he's allowed only 2 hits. Only 5 hits overall between the two teams. We'll head to the 6th inning. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Phillies nothing. Of the week hit his first career grand slam in September of 2015. Aaron Altair did so while circling the bases at Nationals Park. As it turned out, it was an inside the park home run as well. Almost 2 years later, he hit slam number 2. This time the traditional way, but he did it against the best in baseball, handing Clayton Kershaw a loss and his first grand slam allowed in 288 career starts. A grand swing at a grand time. And it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Well, the Fanatic was caught without his garb on. You want that rain jacket back again, Johnny?
Yes, please.
Yeah. It's always a fan favorite when the Fanatic comes streaking out. What? Wait a minute. What? He thought he had his uniform on. They call him the streak. He's looking for some help from Nick Williams. It was great. The fans were laughing the entire time. You could hear them, at least in this area up here. Here's Corey Seager to start the top of the 6th inning. So far, 2 runs allowed by Aaron Nola through 5 innings. His pitch count is very manageable, but we're running into the same thing that we ran into last night. If his spot comes up again, and he made the final out after a 7-pitch at bat, what do? He's only at 65 pitches. He has what Major League Baseball Saber Metrics is calling 11 ultimate quality starts this year. I like that. I like that category.
What the heck does it mean?
Well, 11 ultra quality starts is 7 innings or more, or 2 earned runs or fewer. He has 11 of those.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
The quality start thing you can trash.
Well, so this is an extension.
6 innings, what, 3 runs?
Yeah, 3 runs or fewer.
So what? You a 4.5 ERA is good? Come on, man.
Well, that's the thing. The ultimate quality start seems to be a little bit more old school. 7 innings or 2 earned runs or fewer.
I don't think there's anyone on that 1980 team that went to Lefty Carlton and said, "Hey, give us a good 6 today."
I would think you're right about that. I think
Roy
Halladay would be the same way.
Yeah, Tug told me the story that Lefty told him. He said, good win day. Good day to win when he was pitching. He said, that means you're not getting in.
He certainly wasn't afraid to ride his teammates. Outside, 3-2 now to Seager. Justin Turner on deck. Change up, and it's pulled towards second base. Up with it is Cesar. Time now for the Jeep Stuff the Fans Trivia Quiz answer. All right, John, here we go. Shawn Green is the Dodgers franchise single season home run leader with 49 in 2001. Who has the second most?
Adrian Beltre.
Adrian Beltre is correct.
Right? 48?
48 in 2004. Look at you just throwing numbers out there.
Yeah, sometimes you run into one.
Log back on to Phillies.com to find out if you're the winner of a Phillies prize pack. Adrian Beltre, who this year became the newest member of the 3,000 hit club. As Turner takes a strike, it's 0-1. Breaking ball on the inside corner, 0-2 to Turner. Off the hands, blooped out to center. That'll be a base hit. Also, Turner is aboard with a 1-out single. Now that brings Bellinger up. Phillies continue to offer the student care package. You can treat your Philadelphia high school, college, or graduate student to 2 student steel tickets, plus 2 Fanatic dangle hats for $45. Each ticket includes a $12 voucher for some food out at Ashburn Alley. The deal is good for all games remaining here in September. Go to Phillies.com/care package. Maybe stop by and get yourself a couple Fanatic dolls.
And that John thing.
And that John thing. Bellinger 1 for 2 with a run scored. Turner is back. That pitch was awfully close to a couple of the pitches that Darvish got on the outside part of the plate. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Where Reese got to be on his toes right here. Get a breaking ball down and in.
Turner does have 7 stolen bases this year.
Tell you what, he's a good player. I mean, he's a really good player.
I think he's one of the best stories in baseball, what he's been able to accomplish. Remember, there are 2 organizations that essentially gave up on him because they felt like, I mean, at least this is what it seems, they felt like he had evolved into the player that he was with them.
Well, good for him for getting a chance and taking advantage of it, because that's what he's done.
.289 for his career, but what he's done the last couple of years is head turning. The toss over, and again Turner is back. Curveball on the outside corner. Nice. 7 strikeouts for Nola. And now Granderson.
It looked like Bellinger was looking for that one again down at his feet that he swung at a couple times and came up empty on. And this one kind of, I mean, Alfaro wanted it down there, but it kind of backdoored him and gave up on it and got that call.
All right, Granderson, he doubled his last time up. He drove in a run. So 1 for 2. Cesar can go back toward his normal spot out in shallow right field. Boy, he's really backdooring that curveball nicely. At least the last 2 hitters. The wind has picked up even more as the rain has come back.
Yeah,
a little mist.
Looks eerie. Kind of blowing over those, underneath those light standers out in right field and left field.
We're up to 17 miles per hour, John.
Yeah, it's getting there, isn't it?
Bouncer foul off the front of the Phillies dugout. 1-2. It's sideways. We got sideways rain.
Yeah.
Got heavy rain, sleeting rain, sideways rain.
I know one thing. I would almost guarantee that the ground crew hope they don't have to put the tarp on in this wind.
It would be a challenge. Just a bit outside. He tried it one more time, and it's 2-2. Took out a piece of Granderson's bat. And it remains 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Aaron can't get that. Usually a very effective pitch for him, that 2-seamer that starts at the belt and breaks over that inside corner. Lefties give up on it, but he just hadn't been able to get that run on it.
Tapper foul again. It remains 2-2. You think less curveballs tonight than the last time, or similar?
I think it seems like the same to me. Like, I mean, it seems to be the weapon of choice when he needs to get a strikeout or
a
swing and miss.
Opposite way, that'll go foul. Let's see if he can sneak one back in there again. The curveball, that is.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the wind, but it doesn't seem like he has that good downward bite to the back foot of the lefties in this inning. I mean, the one he struck Bellinger out was supposed to be there and ended up on the outer half.
Well, they're not on the same page right now. In fact, Alfaro just pointed to a fastball on the inside part of the plate before Nola stepped off. And that looks like what the winner is. See if it comes back off his hip. On the inside corner it does. 8 strikeouts for Nola. He knew exactly what he wanted to do. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. Well, he has pitched well here tonight. He's only allowed a handful of hits. He's picked up 8 strikeouts along the way. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Phils need to get him some runs. Your local Chevrolet dealers. By W.B. Mason. Who but W.B. Mason for fast, free delivery? Nobody does it better. And by Nissan. Shop, choose Nissan.com. Well, the rain continues to fall here at Citizens Bank Park. Aaron Nola's got the sweatshirt on. He trails at 2-0, hoping the top of the order can get something going against Yu Darvish. Base runners have been tough to come by for the Phils. Well, with the wind, these ponchos are even more of a challenge. We got trouble in River City down at the bottom. She got her head through. First step. I think the good thing is she's got a raincoat on, so this young man's going to have some trouble. I could see it already. Cesar takes a ball low, 1-0. It's like the bags at the grocery store. You just got to find the opening at the beginning first. Oh, isn't that nice?
Very nice.
Chivalry. thought on the airline they said to put your oxygen mask on first.
But it doesn't rain on the plane.
1-0 to Cesar.
Or at least you hope it wouldn't.
Up the first base line. Bellinger has it, flips to Darvish, and it goes right on by him. Utley will race it down. And Cesar is safe at first. E3 is the call. Bellinger's 5th error of the year. He just couldn't get out of his glove.
Yeah, a little bit of hesitation. By then, Darvish was already past him, and he tried to flip it behind him. But you see that hesitation, and Darvish was already past. And, you know, luckily, that ball didn't go into the dugout. Cesar would be on second base. And see you, Darvish, like, oh, come on, are you kidding me? But once again, that Utley character seems to be hustling and backing up like he should be.
Always moving. Not a surprise. Freddie Galvis is 0 for 2. He's grounded out and he has struck out today. Joe's bunt takes inside 1-0. Darvish thought maybe he had offered at it. Raphael for a call there.
Yeah.
Went running up in the box.
Yeah, like a slapper in softball. Run up, have the third baseman charge, and try to slap it past him.
There he goes.
Or slow pitch softball, one or the other.
I don't think he's done that at all this year.
I haven't seen it.
I think somebody's cell phone just came flying out of the suite. The ball went in and something came out.
Is that a camera hanging off there like a?
He's got the ball. Nobody seems to be jumping, so maybe it wasn't a cell phone. And a strike 3 call. I think Freddie knew it too. He was just hoping that Paul Emmel, the home plate umpire. Oh, here we go. This is the ball into the suite. And then watch. Something came flying out. I wonder if it's a decal from the seat or something.
Seat number 47
exactly.
Coming flying at you.
7 strikeouts now for Darvish. Oh, there it is. The decal came popping off somewhere. There's a baseball, a silver baseball down on the lower level.
Metal baseball came flying at you.
By the way, that 7th strikeout is the 200th for Yu Darvish. It's the 3rd time in his career that he has accomplished that feat. While he does that, Chris Sale, he's going for 300. That just doesn't happen that much anymore in baseball. Oh, and 1. I got to tell you, if you don't see Darvish every 5th day, you think from a distance because of the strikeouts that he's just a flat power pitcher. He's not.
No.
I mean, he's got a good fastball, but he's got these pitches moving every which way.
Yeah, he's got a lot of weapons to get you out with, and it's like so far tonight the Phillies haven't figured it out.
And Cesar is able to get back.
I mean, still, it's a 6th inning. He's slow to home. At some point, you'd like to see Cesar try to get in scoring position.
Dodgers are asking them to hold so they can take a peek and just see if Cesar was tagged out before he got back to the bag, but Dave Roberts says play on. dirt. Grandal, who's blocked everything tonight. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Wind's picking back up again.
There goes Cesar. Pitch is pulled foul past Mickey Morandini. Nice play. Way to use that hat. Atta baby. Well, Alex Gordon's home run tonight versus the Blue Jays broke MLB's all-time single-season record for home runs in a year. It's now 5,694 and counting. What's up, guys? It's not an eating contest, young men. It's not an eating contest.
Patience is a virtue with ice cream. Don't want to get that brain freeze.
Toward the left side, that's a base hit down the left field line. Cesar stops at second, so the Phillies have first and second with 1 man down. And Rhys Hoskins is coming up.
Just amazing how things can go one way one night for you. Last night wasn't a great night for Odubel, and then tonight it's a pulled double down the right field line and a reach out and just tap one past a shifting Justin Turner for another base hit.
That's why you got to hang with this game sometimes.
It's amazing.
Tony Watson has been warming up for the Dodgers. I think they're going to get somebody else up. Although Watson might be up for Nick Williams, who's on deck. Dodgers bullpen has not been great recently. In fact, it's been one of the worst statistically in baseball in the month of September. 28th in all of baseball with an ERA of 6.58. So here's Rhys Hoskins. Down low, 1 ball and no strikes. Dodgers playing for 2, at least keeping Cesar close at second. Well, if somebody had been at second, they might have had Cesar. Again, 2-0. Dodgers' magic number to clinch the division is down to 3. Arizona will be in San Diego tonight, a little later on. Arizona lost to San Diego last night. That's why the magic number decreased. Their magic number over Cleveland to win home field advantage throughout the postseason is at 9. Indians are in Anaheim. And a breaking ball, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, I guess that 22-game winning streak will put you back in some things, won't it?
Yeah, might put you within reach.
And in the midst of that 22-game winning streak, weren't the Dodgers losing 11?
Dodgers lost 16 of 17 and 11 in a row at one point. That'll get you back in the home field talk.
Yeah. I still think the Dodgers are going to have the home field throughout.
And it does depend on best record now because they took that away from the All-Star game. 2-1 to Hoskins. Phillies down 2-0. Oh, he was going for the downs on that 2-1 pitch, and there's Darvish hitting 97.
Best fastball of the night. I think Darvish might sense that this could be his last hitter, and he's going to empty the tank on Hoskins.
And Reese fouls it off to the right side. Boy, he is methodical.
Ooh.
Look at all those signs that Grandal is throwing down. '96 and Hoskins fouls it away. Got a little grunting going on now with some of these pitches.
Yeah, there's some. You got to feel at some point though he's going to throw that breaking ball again. You know, just because it's your last hitter doesn't mean you think, well, I can just keep throwing fastballs by him.
See if he makes a mistake with that breaking ball like Kershaw did last night.
Yeah, the only fear you have is if he takes enough off of it and Reese gets out in front and hits a grounder to Turner.
There is that breaking ball. 3-2. 3-2 with one man down. Nick Williams on deck.
I think that's what I've been impressed with Hoskins. You know, the home runs have been unbelievable, historic, but this pitch right here with 2 strikes, game on the line, runners, you know, we got a runner in scoring position. He has a chance to put the team ahead with a home run, and he can lay off that pitch and stay, you know, stay composed. Now, do you send him?
I don't think you do. This will be the 8th pitch of this at bat. You got good speed though. They don't go. Pitch is line past Turner into left field. Rounding third is Cesar. He'll score. We've got a 1-run game. An RBI by Rhys Hoskins. Well, he just won that battle, and it was a heck of a battle. And here comes Dave Roberts. Now that is a short night innings wise for Darvish. 97 pitches. And he signals for the left-hander as Tony Watson is going to come in to face Nick Williams. So Rhys Hoskins picks up the RBI. It's his 40th of the season here in the big leagues. game. It's a 2-1 ball game with runners on first and second. All right, here's the pitch sequence to Rhys Hoskins.
Yeah, and this is what makes Rhys. You have to think that this is going to be a guy that's going to be very controlled in his at-bats. 97, he gets that pitch, and that's the one right there. 97 down and away. He fouls it off to live to see more pitches. Fastball again, he fouls off. He takes a breaking ball, and then he gets 97 down and hits a tracer past the diving Justin Turner to drive in Cesar to get us to within one. Now there's first and second, only one out. Phillies have something going, but that's what separates him from anyone else on this team.
Yeah.
I know he's only been here a short while, but just his approach has been so much better than what we've seen this year from a lot of, not only this team, but a lot of teams. It's just incredible.
I would agree with that, John. I think it's not only this team, but it's teams around baseball. Just his approach to every at-bat. All right, so here's Nick Williams. He just had a long conversation with Matt Stairs, getting the scouting report on Tony Watson. Let's see if he gives him a fastball on this first pitch.
Well, he will throw him. Watson will challenge you with the fastballs, and he's got a good one.
He got it. No balls and one strike.
Well, that's the thing with Watson, too. He'll probably get another one.
He did get another one. They throw behind Odubel, and he's back easily. Just took his hand off the bag. Looking around. Nine double play groundouts in 62 opportunities for Watson.
Here's where Nick has to guard. Got a power fastball, does Watson, that he gets that slider, and you're looking fastball, and you get that slider. If it catches some of the plate, very easy pitch to roll over.
Really concerned about Odubel at second base. He is the tying run. Watson has combined now to make 67 appearances. He made 47 with the Pirates, and now 20 with the Dodgers. Numbers are fairly similar. He pulls that to the right side. That's going to be a tough play. Bellinger has it, flips to Utley, not in time. An infield hit, speed kills, and the bases are loaded for Aaron Altair. Have you heard that before? Gosh, to have that kind of speed.
Man, how did this inning start? A swinging bunt to the first baseman by Cesar Hernandez that Bellinger had to hesitate on. Cesar wins the race with Darvish. Now Nick wins the race. It didn't look like Watson was going to get over there.
We got to the spot last night, and Aaron Altair took Kershaw out for a grand slam. Now Rick Honeycutt is out to talk to Watson. Nobody else is up in the Dodgers bullpen. Curtain call, second one in a month, or during this month for the Phils. Hoskins had one earlier.
And this is where Aaron can't think, can I do this 2 nights in a row?
I'm with you on that.
You know, put a good swing on it. Make sure that when your at bat's over, the game is at least tied. That's your mission right here. If you get base hit, 2 score, bonus. If you hit one in the gap and all 3 score, bigger bonus. If you catch one for a grand slam, unbelievable. But make sure when your at bat's over right here, the game is 2-2. Because like you said, the Dodgers bullpen has been struggling lately. Aaron Nola probably going to pitch 1 more inning. and then you turn over our bullpen that's been pretty good.
With the bases loaded, the first pitch to Altair. He hits it foul down the right field line, and it's 0-1. Numbers against lefties. 2 of these runs, if they score, to the line of Darvish. The other one to Watson. Slowed it up. And that's sped up Altair, and it's 0-2.
See Bellinger in on the grass. He's coming home. Turner's going to try to turn 2. That's where Odubel has to get as much as Turner's giving you.
Bouncer out towards shortstop. Seager has it, flips to second for 1. Over to first and able to turn the double play. This game remains a 1-run ball game. And we threw up the double play opportunities for Watson, and he gets another one. Not the same kind of luck as last night for Altair. We'll go to the 7th.
To the See, I wanna rock right now. Stepped up in the spot to get down. I am internationally known for acting classy, trashy, and grown. Let's get stupid, outrageous. You can't fake this. It's contagious. Just move it.
Time now for your Delaware Valley Honda dealers game summary. Rhys Hoskins has made this a 1-run ball game thanks to that base hit that you just saw that scored Cesar Hernandez. But the Dodgers still hang on to this 1-run lead because of the home run by Grandal, which was the first run they scored, and then the double by Granderson. Aaron Nola's been outstanding. He'll go back to work as we head to the 7th inning. He will face Chase Utley. Utley is 0 for 2. And Utley slaps it out the opposite way. It's going to curl or slice back toward Aaron Altair. That had a little help from the wind and just the fact that it was a lefty hitting it the other way. But I should say a lot of help from the wind going back to Altair.
That thing moved a lot more than should be legally possible.
Here's Grandal. Grandal is 1 for 2. He is homered and he's grounded out. A ball and no strikes. 4th player in Dodgers history with 20 home runs or more as a catcher. There's some pretty nice names that are on that list.
Piazza.
Roy Campanella. The 3rd one will be somewhat of a surprise.
Yeager.
Todd Hundley.
Oh, that's right.
Not that he had 20 home runs or more, just that he was with the Dodgers. Ball 4. Andre Ethier's coming up. Let's check in with Murph. Murph.
All right, thanks very much, Tom. Well, it's been quite a year for Rhys Hoskins, not just up here in the big leagues, but also down in the minor leagues. And today, out on the field before the game, he was honored with his International League Rookie of the Year and MVP trophies. You see Director of Player Development for the Phillies, Joe Jordan, handing him the glassware that celebrates those accomplishments down in the International League. And, well, you know what he's done since he's been up here in the big leagues. RBI number 40 just a couple minutes ago. He has been quite the story in baseball and well-deserved the hardware he got before today's game, guys.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's not going to be the last award he gets. And Hoskins unable to flag that one down by Ethier. Grandal stops at second. And it's a base hit to put runners on first and second. And the Dodgers will go to their bench. And Alex Verdugo will pinch hit for Tony Watson.
Yeah, I think Rhys got stuck right there. Looks like his glove got stuck. Just hope his wrist is all right. That could be kind of scary when you get your glove stuck like that. You can roll over your wrist, but
Bob McClure is hanging out in the on-deck circle. And now we'll head out and talk to Nola. Verdugo, 188 with 1 home run up here in the big leagues. What he did in the Pacific Coast League this year is hit .314 and hit 6 home runs with 62 runs batted in. He's one of the bigger prospects for the Dodgers. And he's one of the 39 players on this roster. You might see one guy today and not see them for this entire 4-game series.
They loaded up.
They loaded up all right.
And who did we determine was that 40th guy?
It's Brandon McCarthy.
Oh, because he's on the.
I think it's him. Yeah.
Is he on the DL or?
He's on the DL. He's coming back this week, they said.
So then they'll have their full complement of 40.
They'll have all 40. That's right. Can't win a game with 40. You're not going to win a game.
Well, you know, we're trying to speed the game up a little. 40 people do that. 15 bullpen guys. It's special stuff.
It's a big plane.
Yeah.
All right.
Our starter got hurt. Well, let's just use a reliever for every hitter.
Verdugo takes outside. Former 2nd-round pick out of Tucson, Arizona. Just 21 years old. Out in front of a changeup, and it's 1-2. He almost fell over.
Yeah, here's where you got to use the young man's aggressiveness against him. Add, subtract, 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 subtract. I mean, that's a look at the foot, how he's landing on the side of his foot and his foot slid. I mean, for a guy to hit 6 home runs, that's a big old swing.
Over to third base. J.P. Crawford steps on the third base bag, fires to first in time. That's a 5-3 double play. Aaron Nola, 7 innings, 2 runs tonight. He has allowed 5 hits. Let's see if the Phils can get him another run or 2. Craig, the Bull Lizinski, Tommy Green, and the Fanatic, and so many more. 6-night stay in the Western Caribbean aboard the Celebrity Reflection. January 2nd through the 8th, 2018. Go to Phillies.com/Phillies Vacations for more information.
And while we have a second, I'd like to wish Greg and Jean Lizinski a happy anniversary. 48 years.
Oh, God bless you,
She's had
Jean.
to endure that man for 48 years. Congratulations, John. We love you.
Yeah, congratulations to both. But more to Gene than
Yeah,
Bull.
well, yeah.
Aaron Nola's night is done, it looks like. Think about all the shorts, though, that he bought her. Right?
If he is, I'm going to be jealous because I thought he only shopped for me.
Here's Pedro Baez. He's had a good year, 2.59 ERA, 57 strikeouts in 59 innings.
Well, he has some electric stuff.
We'll face J.P. Crawford as we start things off here in the 7th inning, the home 7th.
And hopefully his stuff's not too good tonight. Why do people get mad at us on social media because we're rooting for the Phillies?
You're going to start today to try to understand social media.
Yeah, probably a little late to start now, isn't it?
First pitch from Baez is in there. It's 0-1. There's always going to be a little bit of a hometown flavor when you're watching the hometown team. Crawford is 0 for 2. Grandal made a great play the last time he was up. Fouls it back, and it's 0-2.
Got a feeling we're going to see Adam Morgan, right? With Seager and Bellinger.
Two pitch to Crawford, and he hits that one foul again toward the Hall of Fame club. And it remains 0-2.
The wind picking up again.
Wind is picking up.
All your little notes got blown away.
Papers flying everywhere.
How will we finish the game?
Well, I just don't want it to litter the booth. Outside, 1-2. And a line drive out toward right center field. That's going to go to the warning track at least, and now the wall. Crawford's around second on his way to third, and he'll get there. A head-first slide, his first major league triple.
That's a heck of a bat by J.P. Crawford. He fouled off some fastballs, he fouled off some changeups, and he got one to his liking from Baez, and man, could he run. Woo, that was... Had some getting it around them bases. The fastball down, drop the head on it. You get it in the gap. Taylor was shading him the other way. And once he gets to that 398 sign, Crawford, no look at Juan Samuel, plays in front of you. Reese Hoskins, give me 3, baby. Slide made it. Let's not, hey, we can't expect everything.
Work in progress, yeah.
Yep.
All right, so now Alfaro, the infield is in for the Dodgers in this 2-1 ball game.
missed out last inning. Had a chance to tie this game up.
Alfaro was trying to do more than that, and it's 0-1. Part of the Dodgers' issues bullpen-wise has kind of been Baez here in this month of September. He's allowed 6 earned runs in 3 2/3. One of those, one of those outings he allowed 4. So, like any reliever, if you allow a boatload in one outing, it's going to shoot your ERA up. His ERA has gone from 1.79, which is excellent at the end of August, to where it is now at 2.59.
All right, Jorge, shorten up, put it in play. Make something happen here. See how Grandal's angled toward the Dodgers dugout. He doesn't want to have any chance of anyone stealing any signs from him. It doesn't look like Baez can. He's not picking them up.
And now the 0-2 pitch. Fouled back. So Alfaro stays alive.
Now you wonder if the way Grandal is angled, you wonder if Crawford or even Juan Samuel can pick up his signs. See how Grandal's body shifted toward third?
It's like Yadier Molina. Again, the 0-2 pitch. This one up high, 1-2. J.P. Crawford over at third after his leadoff triple. Phillies with 6 hits, the Dodgers with 5. As the infield creeps in. Fouls it off again. Morgan and Garcia loosening up. So a lot of it depends on what the Phils do here. Aaron Nola, 7 innings, 2 runs. That would be his 12th.
Tell you what, I'd like to see him score a couple here, get Aaron a win.
Absolutely. That would be his 12th ultimate quality start. Baez asked them to run through the signs once again.
Hey, do you see how Grandal's angled right here? Like if he was more squared up, it looks like he's angled this way. Like it looks like his shin guard's blocking Baez's view of the signs.
Yeah, it's dark.
Well, you hope there's a cross up.
And Alfaro is hit by a pitch. Paul Emmel asks if he swung. First base umpire Chad Whitson says no. And Alfaro will go to first. I think Dave Roberts asked Yasmani Grandal to go out. John Ficazzi's going to go out there as well. Oh, hit him right in the hand, the bottom of that hand. You can challenge a hit by pitch. Take a listen. He just asked him if he was okay to go.
Here, I mean, here's one of those. I mean, it's a chance of having something broken or with a 95, 97 mile fastball. And again, it's September, so they're call ups, but You know, you'd love for, even if he has trouble throwing between innings, to be able to run the bases so you don't burn a player.
Michael Franco is going to pinch hit. Now Franco has had a tendency to hit into double plays this year. Now the Dodgers are setting up to try to turn 2 with nobody out and runners on first and third. Franco hitting .232 with 20 homers and 69 runs batted in. And the pitch to him is popped up on the infield. Well, that's certainly not what he wanted to do there. One away. And to the top of the order for Cesar Hernandez. Grandal looking into the dugout as they walk out and bring the baseball to Baez. But Chase is always coaching, isn't he? Always coaching. I think he just gave Baez a scatter report on what he should and should not do to Cesar Hernandez.
You got to get a good pitch. Sometimes you go up there, the runner on third, less than 2 outs, you think, all I got to do is put it in play.
Cesar takes inside 1-0. Dodgers do have another lefty warming up in Tony Cingrani.
I'll tell you what, I mean, unless it's a hard hit grounder to either Seager or Chase, they're going to have trouble turning it on Cesar.
I would agree.
Especially from the left side.
Aaron Altair hit it to a double play in the last inning. Up high 2-0.
The only thing you got to watch if you're Alfaro, because he has a tendency to be aggressive, he just got hit by a pitch, is to try to do too much with the slide and get an interference call on you.
In this day and age, you have to think about that. 3-0. Freddie Galvis on deck. The wind is really coming in from straight in from center field.
And I've had pitchers tell me if the wind's blowing hard enough, especially blowing in, it can hurt your balance. I thought, well, my gosh, it's it's not like it's blowing over a 200-pound man. I mean, but they said when you get up on one leg, it could move you a little bit, and it can cause command issues.
3-1. Cesar taken all the way. 96-mile-an-hour fastball.
What do you do now? I think you got to stay. 3-1. Last thing you want is a nasty pitch. Gets called strike 2, and Alfaro gets thrown out because he's not trying to not wanting to get picked off.
He's got a really short lead off first. 3-2. Just like you said with Alfaro and his at bat, shorten up a little bit here. It's now 3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out. Inside ball 4. So the bases are now loaded for Freddie Galvis. Here we go again. We had this situation in the 6th inning. The Phillies hit into a double play.
Wow.
Another meeting on the mound for the Dodgers.
I'm starting to think this is an important inning.
Does seem to be weighing pretty heavy.
I guess when they have the pitchers meeting to go over the hitters,
nobody's paying attention.
I guess not. And I guess it's, you know, let's make it seem like we're real important. Let's go over them again in the middle of the game. And it's not the Dodgers. It's every team does it.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you know, of course, that meeting was probably held today at 5 o'clock, so you can understand by 10 why they probably wouldn't remember.
Freddie Galvis 0 for 3 tonight, and he fouls one away, and it's 0-1. Freddie 9 for 26 on this homestand. Take a look at the location of this pitch presented by Mazda, our pitch cast. He kept running away, but it was good.
Yeah, but you can't try to elevate if you're Freddie. He tried to elevate that ball. He tried to make it go in the air. Just swing it. Freddie hurt his knee.
I don't know what he did. He did definitely grab it.
I noticed he was in the on-deck circle when he was doing some squats and.
They're right there.
That doesn't bode well for a grounder, does it? Maybe Baez can bounce his split finger, whatever that thing is.
In the air to right field. It's not deep. Granderson comes sprinting in. Crawford is coming out as well. A diving play and a sliding grab by Granderson. 2 outs. Oh, man, what a play by Curtis Granderson. I mean, this wind is whipping in, and he had to stay with it the whole way to run it down. Two outs.
Well, nothing Crawford could do, but you know that's one of those. If it's routine deep, you know Crawford tags and goes. But once you saw Granderson coming in, you got to go halfway, because even if he catches it, there's a pretty good chance you're not going to score. What you don't take into account is the wind keeps blowing and he had to slide for it. You know, hindsight's 20/20. If you know he's going to slide for it, you tag up and score. But Crawford did the right thing there. There's nothing you can do on that play.
All right, so now bases loaded, 2 outs, and it's Odubel who has 2 hits tonight. He is 2 for 3.
We haven't done real well with the bases loaded, have we?
Not throughout this year. I mean, last night was a pretty special swing.
I'd like to see Odubel just poke one down the third baseline again like he did before.
Yeah, Turner's off the line. That's where his double, I should say his single went. His double went to right field. One ball and no strikes. Dodger dugout barking at Paul Emmel saying let's go, get in the box. And Paul's right, he did give the pitcher plenty of time to have meetings.
Boy, they're mad at Odubel for, oh good Lord, really? Did they watch Darvish the first 5 innings?
Outside 2-0. taking at least one here, you think, or no? You get a good pitch?
I think you're going to get a good. Well, again, you have to make sure as a hitter it's exactly where you're looking and you're on time with it.
Ball 3.
I think he's taken here.
I would think at least one.
Be a guess.
.25 pitch inning for Baez. Three balls, no strikes. Ball 4, and the Phillies have tied it up. Odubel Herrera works a 4-pitch walk. J.P. Crawford scores. It's a 2-2 game. And Rhys Hoskins is coming up.
We'll give Odubel a lot of credit. Yes, there were 4 balls out of the strike zone, but we know how aggressive he can be.
Grandal certainly did try to frame it. J.P. Crawford comes home. Everybody's happy.
Boy, he almost
whacked the guy in the face.
It's worth it.
Baez delivers high to Hoskins, 1-0. That's 5 in a row out of the strike zone. One ball and no strikes to Hoskins. And 1-1. Expected he was going to take at least one. Not afraid to take some swings with 2 strikes. He's got the count, 1 ball and 1 strike.
I just don't know Baez right now could throw a break or that split, or I mean, maybe he will, but I mean there's a big risk of bouncing it if he does.
3 balls and 1 strike. I'm a little surprised that there was nobody. There wasn't another right-hander up warming in the bullpen, but he is your guy at this point in the game.
Yeah, I mean, you know, at some point, Dave Roberts can he figure this out? They're going to need him in the postseason.
Absolutely.
To get the ball to Jansen.
Yeah, Jansen's been great. I mean, great. 3-1 to Hoskins.
It wouldn't surprise me to see Rhys take a pitch. Like you said, he's not afraid to hit with 2 strikes.
3-2. So start the carousel on this pitch. The runners will be off. Hoskins drove in the first run of the night for the Phils, his 40th RBI. And now the bases are loaded here with the count 3-2 and 2 outs. They go, and he fouls it back. Too close to let it go by. Look where all those pitches are.
Very uncharacteristic too of Reese to take a whack at that one.
Baez has been in the strike zone, well, according to the umpire, a couple times, but he has been up in the zone against Hoskins. The runners will be off again. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Up foul over the first base dugout. They will do it again. Boy, this is a 33 pitch inning for Baez. 7 pitches, 2 fouls. This will be pitch number 8 to the very patient Rhys Hoskins. Up first base side. The wind should blow it back into the seats, and it does.
Wow.
That ball was moving.
That thing picked up steam when it got up there.
Keep it out of the air. Put it in a line. A base hit. The Phillies should get 2. Not just take the lead, but should get 2.
Well, on a long base hit in the gap, the way Odubel's getting a big lead and a big, jump on these 3-2 outs. I mean, look how far Odubel's out.
The runners will be off with the count 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 8th pitch of the at bat. Popped up foul above our heads. Ball was a hair lower. That was coming right into the booth. Carl would have caught it. Or it would have caught him. All right, so here we go again. Odubel looks back at Bellinger before he takes another half step. Hoskins is ready, so is Baez. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And a line drive toward left center field. That's going to be in for a base hit. It'll go all the way to the wall, and this will clear the bags. Hoskins to second, a 3-run double, and the Phillies take the lead. It's a 5-2 ball game. Well, we've said it before, and we'll say it again. He's been pretty incredible.
Incredible and clutch. That is huge right there. What an at-bat by Rhys Hoskins. Look at these pitches. First one up around his noggin. The second one, upper part of the strike zone. Another one up. Every pitch in this at-bat by Baez is up. There's one at the top of the zone for a strike. Might have got away with that one for ball 4. But instead he swings and he gets some pitches. Now Baez is starting to work down a little more, and there's one out over the plate and down. And this young man has been something special.
43, I should say, RBIs for Rhys Hoskins with his 4 tonight. It was a 10-pitch at bat. He fouled off 4 pitches. That's right, 3 scored on that. And we've got a pitching change here in the 7th inning. The Phils have taken the lead for a 2nd consecutive night late in the ball game. Rhys Hoskins gave the Phils the lead. Phillies have taken a 5-2 lead over the Dodgers. Here in the bottom half of the 7th inning, Tony Cingrani will come on, and he'll face Nick Williams. Adam Morgan has sat down in the dugout, or I should say in the bullpen. Luis Garcia is the lone reliever warming up because the Phillies have taken the lead. They not only have taken Aaron Nola off the hook, but they have put him in position to be the pitcher of record on the winning side, thanks to what they've accomplished here in this 7th inning. First pitch to Nick Williams. Swing and a miss. What else can you say about Rhys Hoskins? Just remarkable. I mean, it's been, let's see, 22 plate appearances since his last home run, but he has 4 RBIs tonight to give him 43 since his call-up. In the air to left field. Ethier angling toward the corner, toward the seats, and he can't get it. It's a foul ball, no play. Aaron Nola's tucked inside there. There he is. He gets a lot of run support. Well, he deserves it.
Yeah, he was outstanding again tonight.
Sure was. Well, he's hoping for one more from Nick Williams. Why not, right?
Sure, we'll take it.
Swing and a miss. Williams strikes out, and the inning comes to a close. 8 men come to the plate in the inning, and that man right there, a 10-pitch at bat. He wins the battle against Pedro Baez, and has given the Phils the lead. It's a 3-run double to the gap in left center field. It cleared the bases. We'll go to the 8th. Valley Honda dealers. Hurry to your local Del Val Honda dealer. Visit DelValHondaDealers.com. Well, the last couple of nights have been pretty special for the Phils. Odubel Herrera, this walk tied the game up at 2. It stirred things a little bit. And then Rhys Hoskins, a 10-pitch at bat, went down and got one and lined it into the gap in left center field. The guy on the right, well, he hasn't had bragging rights all night long, and now he's got it.
Yeah. You see the kid behind him? Check him out. Look at him.
Making sure he yells it loud enough and claps loud enough. Chris Taylor leads it off against Luis Garcia. Garcia takes over for Aaron Nola. Nola is credited with 7 innings tonight. He allowed 5 hits and 2 runs. Out of play. 1-1. Garcia 1-4 at ERA of 2.47. He was one of those guys down on the field today, the former winners of the Paul Owens Award. Out towards shallow right field, and it's going to drop for a base hit. What are you going to do? There's really not much you can do on that. That's what they were hoping for. The Phillies were, at least, to the bottom of the 7th inning on the Freddie Galvis ball.
Well, absolutely nothing anyone could have done on that one. Chalk it up to good piece of hitting by Chris Taylor, and well placed.
Here's Corey Seager, who is grounded out, and he struck out twice. 0 for 3. Lines it foul. It's a tough part of the lineup for Garcia to face.
Well, that's what you like about the 3-run lead, because it was.
Oh, this is beautiful. 4, 6. Oh, and a hop by Freddie Galvis, and finally the 3. 2 outs here in the 8th inning.
He's good as anyone we've seen this year in the National League at shortstop. See Taylor bearing down on him. Good clean slide. Freddie had to get a little jump going, and
He's made all the plays this year.
He's been fantastic. But what I was saying is, if Seager got on and you leave Luis in for Turner.
And then Morgan for Bellinger.
Guy's just a machine.
It's back-to-back at bats where he's gotten a base hit. So 2 outs, runner at first. Bellinger's coming up. They're going to move Freddie Galvis to the right side of the diamond, so 3 infielders on the right side. And if you're just joining us, we had a 29-minute rain delay and then the scoring summary. The Dodgers, like last night, jumped out to a 2-0 lead. And as the night trickled on, the Phils were able to add on. Bellinger bunts toward third, and Crawford will put it in his pocket. And that puts runners on first and second with 2 men down. And just like we said with Taylor, there's not much you can do about that.
Nope. And smart play. Down 3.
What do you want to do? You want to bring Adam Morgan in to face Granderson?
Yeah, I would. No, it doesn't look like. It looks like Bob McClure's going out.
Bob's going to go out.
How about Justin Turner, though? First at bat, he hits the ball to center. He thought he hit it well, you know. But we keep talking about the win. And then he just, you know what? It's going to take a absolute bomb to get one out of here. So let's just work the other way. Get on base.
What a podcast all about Phillies sports teams. Well, CSN's got 6 for you. Eagles, Sixers, Flyers, and of course, the Phillies. Subscribe and download now to start listening. Curtis Granderson in the 4th inning. He drove in the 2nd run for the Dodgers. On a different night, yeah, that ball might have been out of the ballpark. Phillies are trying to stop that right here. Out towards center field. Odubel on his way back. The wind is going to grab it and bring it back, and the inning is over. No runs, 2 hits. Excuse me, 3 hits and 2 men left. On to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Phillies 5 and the Dodgers 2. Five to 2 as we go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Every time the Phillies pitchers retire, the opposition 1-2-3. Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. Luis Garcia didn't necessarily have a 1-2-3 inning, but he threw a scoreless top half of the 8th. Talking to Rick Kranitz and Pete McCannon in the dugout. So as we go to the bottom of the 8th innings, the Phils look for a little more insurance. The Dodgers will bring in Brock Stewart. Stewart has made 4 starts for the Dodgers. This is his 14th appearance overall, and he delivers a changeup to Altair. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. The air to left field. Ethier's going back, and it is gone. That's a bullet off the bat of Aaron Altair, and it's a little insurance. The Phils are on top 6-2. Back-to-back nights for Aaron Altair. That's number 18.
That's the only way you're going to get one out of here tonight is hit one on a line and cut through that heavy wind that's blowing and look like a changeup by Stewart. And he just put a good swing on that thing. Hit the bat, hit the seats in 3.5 seconds. Whew. I'd say that's some good exit velo.
Dodgers were asking Paul Emmel if it was indeed a home run. And Ben Barrage of East Earl, Pennsylvania, you've just won $100 thanks to Aaron Altair in the McDonald's home run jackpot. J.P. Crawford takes inside, 1 ball, no strikes. Now 2-0.
Here's the man that got that last inning started.
Yep, the leadoff triple, his first in the big leagues.
He's yet to homer, though, right?
Has yet to homer. Certainly has handled himself like the other guys that have come up late in the year. On base percentage continues to climb. His average a little more than 260. And now Alfaro, who was hit by a pitch in this 7th inning, 0 for 2. Alfaro fouls it off to the right. No balls in 1 strike. Broken back ground ball to shortstop. Seager gets it to second for 1. Utley to first in time, just barely to get Alfaro. That was a good double play by the Dodgers. 6-4-3. And there are 2 outs here in the 8th inning. And Hyun-Soo Kim will be the hitter.
Seen another one cross, but take what you can get when you starting pitcher Darvish, right?
Absolutely. Darvish went 5 1/3, 4 hits and 1 unearned run. Phillies got 4 runs on Baez, who was left out there for a long time by Dave Roberts. Outside. Looks like Pete's still going to bring in Hector Neris in the 9th inning. Neris was warming up for a while when Altair hit the home run. Two and 1 to Kim.
Well, he's battling. I think that Baez, leaving Baez in for that many pitches, I mean, you have to get him right if you're a Dodgers or
I would agree with that.
Fan of the Dodgers.
I would agree with that. Kim goes down on strikes. The Phillies do add another one. Thanks to Aaron Altair, who was homered for the 2nd consecutive night. This one didn't have the kind of drama that last night's did, but it gives the Phils a 4-run lead as we go to the top of the ninth. Seen that the last couple of nights. J.P. Crawford with that triple, his first major league triple. He'll be part of the future. Rhys Hoskins, 4 RBIs tonight. He's part of that future as well. The 2018 season ticket plan deposits are now being accepted for brand new accounts. Full and partial plans available to fit your needs and your schedule. Go to Phillies.com/season deposit for more information. Hector Neris will take over here in the 8th inning, or excuse me, here in the 9th inning. And he will face Chase to start things off. Phillies are 9-8 here in the month of September. They're averaging 5.4 runs per game in the month. Now they have 6 here tonight, so that'll just add to that average. They have only 1 winning month so far this year. But if they win tonight, they'll be 31-33 since the All-Star break. The other thing, too, is if the Phillies win tonight, they'll only need to win 3 more games. And that would guarantee them not losing 100 for the season.
Yeah, I think June we thought that was a foregone conclusion.
Easily. The ball's pulled to right center field. Williams will cut it off. Utley puts the brakes on. And Chase is aboard with a leadoff single here in the 9th inning. San Diego on top of Arizona 2-1. Again, the Dodgers' magic number to win the division is at 3. Colorado leads San Francisco 2-0. The Giants have the worst record in baseball, a distinction the Phillies have had for quite some time this year.
That's another thing I thought we had locked up, but
I think most people around baseball did.
The Giants kind of, I don't know how do you describe that?
Slipped, slid,
stunk.
Yeah, or that.
Okay.
Phillies haven't lost 100 games of the season since 1961. Giants, it's been a while too. Phillies lost 107 in 1961.
You mean some of those bad teams I played on when I first got over here, we didn't lose 100?
Wow, congratulations, John.
Wow, I would have never thought that.
Phillies were 47 and 107 back in 61.
That's not too good.
No. 1-2 to Grandal. They were a similar team though to this one because the average age was 25.7 for the 1961 team. That's pretty darn close to what the Phillies have been hovering at for most of this year.
Not checking Hector's hat tonight?
No, I think they're okay with it. John McLaren said that in the bullpen he took a handful of rosin. Hector did and just slapped it right on the hat before he came in last night. One and two. Bouncer foul. Out toward right center field. That is well hit. Odubel back toward the scoreboard. The wind has kept it in the yard. And there's one out. Boy, oh boy, on another night we would have some long balls here this evening.
Yeah, you hate to keep bringing up the wind, but by golly, we will. The wind held that one in because Grandal thought he got it.
It's been shifting a lot during the course of the night. So Andre Ethier will be the batter. Austin Barnes has come out of the on-deck circle. Change up, and it's 0-1. Oh, and 2. Well, he had a really good split going right there to Ethier. 2 outs here in the 9th inning. Following the ball game, Michael Barkat and Ben Davis and Corey Seidman are standing by. They'll talk about Aaron Nola and what he did tonight. They'll also talk about that guy they call Rhys Hoskins over at first base. A lot more to talk about coming up on Cure Auto Insurance presents Phillies Post-Game Live. Hoskins with 4 RBIs tonight, 43 on the season. 0-1. Fly ball, shallow center field. Odubel comes sprinting in. He is under it, and he makes the catch. And the Phils have come from behind to win the first 2 games of this series against the Dodgers. They take it tonight 6-2. Well, these have been 2 rather impressive ball games for the Phils. Rhys Hoskins and J.P. Crawford try to mimic what they used to do down in Lehigh Valley with their post-game celebration. Hoskins, a walk, an RBI single, a 3-run double. He saw 30 pitches in 4 plate appearances tonight. And his big one, well, his big one was his final at bat when he lined a double to left center field that gave the Phils the lead and eventually the victory. And if you missed it, it's our W.B. Mason delivery of the game. Soak it in, folks. It's a 10-pitch at bat. That's the culmination of it. Makes you want to come to the ballpark, doesn't it?
It just tells you how special he is. The home runs were great, but these at-bats he's had the last couple nights have been unbelievable.
And Rhys Hoskins is down on the field with our Greg Murphy. Murph?
Well, you're right, Tom. This guy is doing some damage, even when the ball stays in the ballpark. But a 10-pitch at bat before you lace that double. How do you win that battle? What is the thought process as you are battling right there?
Yeah, you know, with a guy with velo like that, you just try to see a ball down in the zone. I got a pitch down in the zone. He was making good pitches before then. I was lucky enough to foul some balls off and put a good swing on the last one.
2 straight wins over the team that has the best record in baseball right now, and you guys do it by battling the entire ball game. What does it say about this young club as you guys continue to, take a step forward?
Yeah, we're competitive. And I think it's
just the seeds.
I think it's good that we're not shying away from the big game. Especially against, like you said, one of the best teams in baseball. So it's fun. It's good for us.
Doing the little things again, guys getting on base in front of you, having good at-bats in front of you before you're able to get the double, and all of that leads to a win for Aaron Nola, who certainly deserved the win tonight. How about a little thought about your pitcher tonight?
Yeah, I mean, Nola's done what Nola does, really. He pounds the strike zone, keeps guys off balance, and keeps us in ball games, and that's really all you can ask for starting pitcher.
Well, another good win for this team. Nice job tonight, Rhys. Guys, we'll send it back upstairs to you.
All right, Bert, thank you very much. J.P. Crawford, his first major league triple tonight. That got it all started for the Phils. Rhys Hoskins culminated the scoring in the 7th inning with a 3-run double to left center field. Look at the reaction from everybody, from the stands to the dugout. You don't think Larry Bowa still buys into the excitement of baseball? When it's done right, and the Phillies did it right tonight, they win it 6-2. We'll be back to wrap things up right after this.